In this video we're going to take a look at Cries Mary by Hendrix, and it's a great song, but one of the things that we're really going to want to try and take away from it is the Hendrix style thumb over the top chords, and we're going to use this tune as a basis to learn some of these shapes and why we do it as well. So the intro is just taking your first finger and barring it across the 6th fret on all the strings, and then your 3rd finger is going to go on the 8th fret of the D, and your 4th finger is going to go on the 8th fret of the G. And technically speaking, we've got an E flat sus2 chord with a B flat in the bass. And what we're going to do here is we're going to move this shape up 2 frets and do 1 down strum on each of these. So we've got okay, so that again goes, and after that we can mute the strings and do a little down strum. Okay, if you listen to the original, it's like a little drum feel. But especially when you're playing it on your own and practicing it, it helps to add a little percussive kind of, or even a down up. The next little movement, we're going to play an E flat major chord, or an inversion of an E flat major chord. We're going to bar our first finger on the 8th fret of the A, D, and G strings, and we're going to play those 3 strings together and hammer on with our 3rd finger to the 10th fret of the A string. That makes a E flat major triad. We're going to move that shape up now 2 frets, doing the same thing on each fret. So it goes. So we do that once, and then we do it again, and at the end of the 2nd time, we go, so that goes, and once we're here, we play the D and G strings, hammer on with our 3rd finger to the 12th fret of the D, play those 2 strings again, and then play the 12th fret with your 3rd finger on the A string, like that, so it goes. So that's the intro out of the way. Now we're into the chord section. So this is where we're going to learn our thumb over the top Hendrix chords. So instead of playing a C major, because these are all major chords we're going to be playing, like this, we're going to be playing it with our thumb on the 8th fret of the E string. Our 3rd finger is going to go on the 10th fret of the D, 2nd finger 9th fret of the G, and 1st finger on the 8th fret of the B, and you can bar it and do the E string as well, so it sounds like that, or you can just do the B string and mute the E string. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to want to mute the A string with our thumb or our 3rd finger just gently touching it, if you can't comfortably reach it with your thumb. We're going to do a down strum, and then another one, and then a mute. And we're going to move down 2 frets to a B flat major chord on the 6th fret. Do the same one on that. Then we're going to go to the 1st fret with our thumb, doing that major chord shape, and we're going to go down, and then do another little down and mute, and then we're going to go down, and then when we do an upstroke, we're going to put our 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the G string, and then another down strum goes. So We do this a few times through the verse, and then at the end of the verse, we go to a G chord on the 3rd fret, up to a 6th fret for a B flat, and then back into the intro. So I think the real sort of things to think about with this tune is the muting is really important. If you don't get the string muting in, everything's going to rattle around. So you want to keep that A string muted at all times. And yeah, just make the movements kind of stabby as well, kind of. That's like a big part of getting this Hendrix style down.